Assalamu alaikum everyone. It's me Arisha Siddiqui, lead and founder of Cyber Connect and cybersecurity analyst at Generative. So for today's session, we have Sir Junaid Mumtaz. He's a cloud security consultant in a company in Netherlands. Also, he's a certified trainer. Sir, over to you.
Thank you so much, Arisha. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining this session. First of all, let me start with my introduction. My name is Junaid Mumtaz, and I work as a cybersecurity consultant in Netherlands. It's been 5 years. I've been awesome journey in Security Operations Center, and I started my career back in 2019 when I was graduated from University of Karachi. And after that, I got this chance to work for different enterprise organizations as a cybersecurity analyst. And after that, I switched my career to the cloud security. So now I'm more focusing on cloud security tools like Defender XDR, Azure Sentinel, Azure DevOps, infrastructure as a code. So I worked in both offensive and defensive security. So yeah, from attacking perspective and from defensive perspective, I have expertise in both things. So yeah, this is so far been an amazing journey in Security Operations Center, and my future goal would be I'm trying to be a solution architect in future, and then yeah, someday I would like to be a CISO of some corporate organizations. So that are some of my future plans. My hobbies include I travel a lot, so I love traveling. I'm a big foodie, so whenever I do not do some cybersecurity stuff, I always explore these good food places across the globe. Um, Besides traveling, I love hiking and yeah, Netflix series most of the time, science fiction movies. So this was a short introduction about myself. Um, First of all, before starting this session, I would like to thank Cyber Connect. These guys are really doing some commendable job in Pakistan for the society, for newbies who want to join, who want to pursue their career in Security Operations Center. And yeah, commendable stuff. So hats off to these guys. And thank you so much for inviting me to these sessions. And I would try to have some those things in my slides that will at the end of the session you will think that you have learned something new today. So yeah, before any further delay, let's see what's in our agenda today. Before starting our agenda, just one more point. At the end of today's session, I will try to complete it as soon as possible so that we should have a lot of time for QA session. So I will love to interact with you guys at the end of this session. Yeah, so let's move towards the agenda today. You all guys, most of you will work on Security Operations Center, or they're already working in Security Operations Center. So today we are not going to see the legacy things like the phishing email, malwares, or the ransomware attacks, or some random stuff that is going in Pakistan or in because we are way behind in as it belongs to the technology in Security Operations Center. So today we are not going to discuss those stuff which is old enough or which is the legacy stuff, but we are going to see the new challenges about the Security Operations Center and what security analysts are struggling with nowadays, what they are dealing with nowadays, and what is coming in the future. We will be more focusing on AI-driven attacks, generative AI, and yeah, some there is a slide in which there were some recent attacks I have included, and what lesson learned from these cyber attacks that were also included in the slides. So yeah, at last, there are a few interesting slides where I compared some of the GPT tools. You would love to see those comparison, and then you will see, yeah, it's becoming tough for cybersecurity analysts to defend to different cyber attacks nowadays because with the evolution of generative AI. So these are included in our agenda today. So before any further delay, let's deep dive into today's session, and I hope you will enjoy it. All right, before discussing about generative AI, I'm quite sure all of you are using an active user of social media, you guys, because we love spending our time on social media, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or any social media platform or even TikTok. So Are you guys using social media? If yes, which is I can see the answer from most of you, it is yes. So if you are the user of a social media and if you ever updated the any of your picture or a selfie in social media platforms, in any social media platform, just like this, or maybe this, or even with your colleagues, with your friends, like this. So this is the key takeaway from today's session. Just after the completion of this session, just go to your social media platforms and delete all those pictures, because who knows, you could be the next target to the attacker. I'm saying this because this is what trending since last week, and we have seen a few of the victims. Um, so now there are, with the evolution in generative AI, there are some advanced algorithms that can extract high quality image of your fingerprints directly from your photos, which mean if you ever posted the pictures like this in which your fingers are visible, so there are algorithms behind. They can capture your fingerprints. They can extract it from your image, and once they have access to your fingerprints, then what not they can do. I mean, they can bypass your biometric verification. Most of you, if you're using Android or iPhone, if you're using the banking application or social media, and you have this biometric verification, once the attacker has these fingerprints, they can easily bypass your fingerprints, and um, they can what not they can do. They can make financial transactions from your banking application. They can hack your social media. They can do a lot of things. So just be sure that if you ever posted these pictures on your social media before the end of the session, just go to your social media accounts and delete all those pictures before you guys will be the next target. So yeah, this was the warning sign. And now coming back to the topic. So this is the debate of the century. I mean, do you guys think that artificial intelligence will replace humans in various industries? There's a lot of debate going in and across all the industries, all the regions. I was in the conference, in IBM conference, and it was like a session 5 years ago, back in 2019. And then in that conference, I saw this debate is going that human versus AI. And at that time, I was like, no, this is not going to happen. But what we are observing nowadays is it is the time when we see a competition between humans and machines, humans and artificial intelligence. Well, I'm quite sure that all of you have different perspective and on this question. But if we particularly talk about the cybersecurity, what I believe is after a lot of research, I have studied, I have gone through, and I believe that there would be a continuous partnership between humans and artificial intelligence in the field of cybersecurity. We could not survive without artificial intelligence. So eventually, there would be a partnership between humans and artificial intelligence, specifically in cybersecurity or in security operations center. If we think that we can use the legacy tools, we could stop using generative AI like Chatgpt or other GPT tools in security operations center, then it would be a question for the majority of that security operations center in future, because to defend the attack from artificial intelligence, we need these artificial intelligence to stop those attacks. And there's a famous quote that is going a lot in our social media today, that yeah, AI won't replace humans, that is for sure, but humans with AI will definitely replace humans without AI. So this is the time, if you still not started uh, practicing your skills on AI, or if you're still thinking about what is generative AI, what are the GPT tools, what is LLM, what is big data, how does AI works, what is deepfake, if you're still thinking about these questions, and if you haven't started the if you're a cybersecurity person, or if you're working in data science or whatnot, so if you're even working in IT, and if you have still these questions with you, this is the time to start preparing yourself for the artificial intelligence, because in future there would be artificial intelligence all around you. All right. So this is our next topic of today's agenda. What is actually a deepfake, and what are the risks of the deepfakes in cybersecurity? I'm going a little bit fast, but yeah, I'm going a little bit fast because I'm saving this time for the QA session that we are going to see in the last section of today's presentation. So let's quickly go through the deepfake and what are the risks that are involved if the deepfake would be there. We all know about the deepfake videos because recently we have seen a lot of victims, whether they are Bollywood actors or actresses, whether they are Hollywood actors or actresses, or any personality. So we have seen a lot of deep fake victims nowadays. If you're a social media user, you come across these videos on daily basis that this is the deep fake video that is leaked on different social media platform, and it is emerging as a modern threat in cybersecurity as well. So and we all know that Tom Cruise TikTok video, which got viral, like within few hours, it got 2.5 million views. And when Tom Cruise came to social media and said that this is not me, every one of us was so scared that what happened in this case, and that was not the first case, but that the picture makes clear from that thing that in future there will be the algorithms where AI can change your videos or audio or text to make it seems like someone else is saying or doing something, but whatnot could be made possible by using these GPT tools. So this was not the one case. There were a lot of cases to understand the deepfake videos. Um, how can we forget that Barack Obama 2017 video? Everyone was thinking that this was the speech of Barack Obama, but it was the Jordan Peele in the background. And yeah, we were trying to understand that deepfake. So the objective of these videos or pictures is just to show you that this is coming. This is not for the Hollywood or Bollywood or actresses or these politicians. This is coming in Cybersecurity Operations Center in future. And we will see a case related to cybersecurity attack that happened very recently, and that was a deep fake in our coming slides. But the goal is to show you that yeah, this challenge is coming for the security operations centers, for the security analysts or security consultants. So I hope you got this idea of what exactly is the deep fake. Anyone can use your video, um, anyone can use your audio, or yeah, and they can change it to any other faces. So to by using these AI technologies to create chaos, to create these cyber attacks. So yeah, this is what deep fake actually means. Deep fake is like merging deep learning and fake into a single term. Well, at the moment, I asked the same question in one of my presentation a few days back that you can see Junaid Mumtaz and one of this picture is fake and the other is real. So can you imagine that which picture is deep fake because it looks both of the pictures are looking so closer to each other, but I have created this one of the picture from deep fake video and believe me, as you saw the picture of Tom Cruise and as you saw the pictures of Barack Obama, you could not differentiate what is real and what is fake. And yes, of course, at the moment when I am talking with you, I am delivering this session to you. You do not know it is the voice of Junaid Mumtaz who is speaking with you, or this is just my deep fake video or my deep fake audio. Well, you can think about it. Meanwhile, we can move on towards the next slide. We were understanding the deepfake cyber attack. I know this one hour is not limited to discuss a lot about deepfake, but just to give you what's coming in future, or just to give you the idea of these deepfake things, I have included few of the details related to the deepfake. Recently, we saw this. We were talking about the deepfake is coming in Security Operations Center, and we are not yet ready. we are not yet ready to defend these attacks coming from the deep fake scammers, but it happened recently. So what happened was really interesting. There was a person working in company in Hong Kong, and so that person was, first of all, he got scammed, and so the CFO of that company, the hacker was deep faked by the CFO as of that particular company. And what he did is he was he created that Microsoft Teams meetings with the employee who is working in the company, and he started that meeting with that employee. So the employee thought, he's my CFO and he has some instructions, so I can attend the meeting because, yeah, through the social engineering, they got access to that email of the employee, and this is not the big deal to get the email of anyone working in any organization. You all working in security, you know that this is not the big deal. Social engineering is a very common practice where we can start the reconnaissance about any person, any individual working in any particular sector, right? So the meeting was scheduled between the employee of that company and the CFO, who was not the CFO, but who was the scammer. So what happened was the CFO was so tricky. When I am talking about the CFO, I'm talking about that deep fake video of that person, which was trying to be the CFO, but which was not the original CFO of that particular company. So CFO not deepfaked his own video, but he deepfaked the videos of some employees. So he arranged this meeting. It looks like that the CFO is instructing something to the meeting, and he invited that actual employee of the company to that meeting. And what happened next was the CFO instructed that employee to make some transactions. And because the employee was thinking that this is my CFO, I can do these transactions, and it looks like a real Teams meeting with these fabricated people. And right away, he was, because he was working in finance, he made that transaction. And what happened next was, within a few minutes, that organization got $25 million loss because of that transaction. So this was the first of its kind of AI heist that we have seen in a very recent. And the company was in the Hong Kong. And yeah, after that, it became viral in social media, cybersecurity platforms, social media platforms, that we have seen this deep fake videos, deep fake scammers in cybersecurity as well. So just to give you idea that in future, let's suppose my manager is coming to me, or my CISO, or anyone coming to me to, so this is not related to the finance every time. So let's suppose my CISO is coming to me and asking to me to do some configuration changes in firewall or antivirus or any security control, right? And if that would not be my CISO, if that would be the deepfake video of my CISO or my manager, what would I do? How I will recognize that this is not my CISO, this is just the deepfake video of my CISO. And if I implement that thing in after his instructions, then I would be the next target of the attackers. So this is, we can think like this way, because every time uh, we could not do the transactions, but it could be any configuration change in the security control. It could be disabling any policy. Yeah, there are a lot of things in Security Operations Center. I have highlighted some of the challenges and some of the solutions for the deepfake. Let's first go to the challenges. Yeah, as I saw, and this is not the new thing with the evolution of generative AI, you can easily craft that phishing email. You can easily execute that phishing attack. This is not a big deal nowadays. But as you will see in the later slides, that the phishing email that were crafted or that were generated through the generative AI tools like Chatgpt or other GPT tools, they were more sophisticated than the phishing email which was written by a person or which was written by any tool. So the sophistication of attacks is really growing, and it is becoming a challenge for the security analysts, becoming a concern for the security analyst to tackle with this particular challenge. I have highlighted few of the challenges, but the biggest challenge that I saw here is detection challenge. Right now in Security Operations Center, we have a lot of technologies, right? We can monitor the network traffic. We can monitor the network patterns. We can monitor our applications. We can monitor the endpoints by using EDR, antivirus tools, or we have SIEM solutions, we have source solution. We can automate the things. We have a lot of things to do to detect the anomalies, to detect the attackers if anyone is trying to come in our infrastructure and do this suspicious activities. We have these detections, we have these alerts, we have these tools. But what if it comes to the detection challenges in terms of deepfake? So we do not have a lot of tools to detect the deepfake. I mean, if a person is sending me a video, and in terms of Security Operations Center, how can I detect that this was not originated from, this was not the real face of my boss or my manager or my CIS or my colleague, even my colleague or my good friend? How can I detect that this is not my good friend? Because you have recently signed previous slides, it is really impossible to differentiate between what is the real and what is the deep fake, because the machine learning algorithms are so in depth nowadays. So you this is the biggest challenge that we are observing nowadays. And at this point, I'm stopping for a moment because you guys, I don't know how much you have experience in Security Operations Center and where you're working currently, but in future, this would be a great learnings to all of you, because you guys can already start preparing for these deep fakes or these things. But yeah, I mean, I'm working in Europe, so we mostly worked in very modernized technologies here. So we can come across these attacks, these deep fakes. We discuss these challenges in the security platforms. So the idea was not to give this awareness session to you, but yeah, to discuss the solutions as well. And we have few solutions for the deep fake. Yeah, when I read the research papers, I have this. I got this solution that, hey, you got the deepfake. You can do the visual analysis of the expressions. And what I was wondering, I mean, visual analysis of expression is itself a challenge. What are the tools available for you where you can just visually analyze the expressions? I mean, my friend is sharing a meme to me or a video to me, and I will not enjoy the meme, but I will see the facial expressions, the visual expressions of my friend. Oh, this could not be done. I mean, this is not so easy for me. So yeah, visual analysis of expression is itself a challenge. It's not a solution. We should have some tools, like we are detecting the uh, endpoints, the attacks related to the endpoints. We are monitoring our applications, or we are monitoring our network. We have tools for everything, but we do not have a tool for the deep fake. So this is itself a challenge. The rest of the things are, yeah, it's really same. Employee awareness campaigns, multi-factor authentication, yeah, digital signatures. These are the few security best practices to avoid from the deep fake. So yeah, let's move forward and let's talk a little more about the AI-driven attacks, because we have saw this deepfake attack. We discussed the solutions, possible solutions, and we discussed the challenges that we have right now. But let's discuss a little more about AI-driven attacks and how they are going to be a nightmare for the security consultants or security analysts. So let's deep dive into the AI-driven attacks. Well, as the term says, AI-driven attacks mean the attack which could be generated by the use of generative AI. By generative AI, I mean there could be GPT tool, it could be Chatgpt, it could be a lot of tools, a lot of GPT tools available in the dark web, or in even in open source. I have seen a few of the tools for attacking purposes that is used by red teaming or the hackers to attack their target. So I mean, in past, if you've worked in security operations center, you saw a lot of time this SQL injection attacks, which is the attack to the database, there are different OWASP attacks. But now we have prompt injection after the evolution of like this AI, generative AI. How we can detect this prompt injection? At least I have more than 5 years of experience, and I haven't seen any single alert to detect the prompt injection in security operations centers. And how could you detect this deepfake videos? Would there be any alert to detect this deepfake? This is deepfake? Or how will you train your employees in security operations center that, okay, this is the way um, to detect the deepfake, or this could be the tool to detect these things. So we have a lot of these AI-driven attacks coming. They're still ongoing, but yeah, for the legacy security controls, I mean, if I talk about the Middle East countries, if I talk about Pakistan, we are still using on-premises environment a lot. So we still have a lot of challenges to detect these AI-driven attacks. I have one more question for all of you. You all now understand what AI itself is and what does it mean. And I'm quite sure that all of you are using Chatgpt nowadays, but I have included few of the GPT tools. I'm sure most of you are already aware of it, but if you are not aware of it, this is just for the learning and awareness purposes. Please don't go to behind these tools. I have tried these Wormgpt or the fraud GPT tools on my testing environment, but if I talk about the Wormgpt, this is a GPT tool which is only trained in the dark web data, in the malware data. So yeah, this is only for the learning purposes. But see, you guys are aware of the ChatGPT, which is trained in public data, uh, normal data, which is available in the internet. But this warm GPT is completely trained in the dark web data, yeah, in the malwares or the ransomware data. So imagine you all who are working in security operations center will always have this alert to detect the adversaries. Like you can go for the IP addresses, you can search for the threat intelligence, you can build the detections, you can build the alerts, and there are a lot of alerts on daily basis in security operations center. But what if the adversary or if the attacker is an AI itself? How are you going to detect that thing? So this is still a question, not for all of you, but it's still a question for me, because I cannot differentiate the AI which I am using in my organization for legitimate purposes, and then there would be an AI which which would not be used for the legitimate purposes, or which is suspicious or malicious. How can you differentiate between both of them? I mean, it is still a question for all of us. Well, in the next few slides, I have compared um, two very important GPT tools, because we work a lot on ChatGPT nowadays. Even when I apply for the sick leave application, I just ask my ChatGPT is becoming my friend nowadays. Like, yeah, I mean, GPT-4 is really commendable. I mean, um, I am not now looking into Chrome, or whenever I do my coding, my tools, my queries, I always go to GPT. So it is becoming a more friend of mine. Even when I want to reply to someone, and yeah, I want to get some ideas about anything, I always go for this GPT tool, that is ChatGPT. But yeah, the session is not about to appreciate ChatGPT. I know all of you are already using this ChatGPT, but this is a simple comparison between the ChatGPT and the Wormgpt, because we all know that ChatGPT is really useful for us. But what if we will observe the Wormgpt, or what would be the challenges if there would be a Wormgpt in your infrastructure, and yeah, which is used for malicious activities? Here are a few examples. When I asked ChatGPT to write a phishing email for me, I want to compromise this bank, or I want to compromise this organization. This organization is my target. Please generate a compromise attack in terms of phishing email for me. And what ChatGPT replied to me was really fascinating to see, because yeah, ChatGPT said, I'm sorry, but I cannot assist with creating deceptive or malicious content. It is good. I mean, OpenAI believes that we filter